Hey guys, what's going on? Professor here, and today I'm coming at you with another top 10 video. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 best LEGO Star Wars Episode 5 sets. As always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. Without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this one. At number 10, where I put set number 75203, this is the Hoth Medical Chamber from 2018. Came out retailing for $30 with 255 pieces. You get the Luke back-to-tank and a Hoth Leia, as well as some medical droids included. And this is a nice little playset that I thought LEGO had released. We hadn't gotten anything like this in a while in LEGO form, and this is the first time we'd kind of had this little scene expanded. And I think it's nice. Obviously, you have the little back-to-tank there. You have a little bed in the back. You can expand and collapse this so it can either take up less space, or when you want to play with it, you can kind of mess around with things. Overall, I think this is a very well executed set. It came with some pretty nice minifigures. And accomplished what it was trying to go for, which is a nice little playset of a scene that we hadn't really seen before in LEGO. But that's why I put this one at number 10. Moving on to number 9, we have set number 75137. This is the Carbon Freezing Chamber from 2016. This one retailed for $25 with 231 pieces. This one comes with the 3 minifigures you see right there being Boba Fett, Han Solo, and an Ugnaught. You also get the Han Solo and Carbonite piece up there, as you can see. And similarly to the Hoth Medical Chamber, this is a nice little play set of something that we've never really gotten before and haven't gotten since. I'm actually very surprised that we haven't really gotten a lot with the Carbon Freezing Chamber. A scene that I really enjoy. So I'm glad that LEGO made this. It looks very nice with all that trans orange on there. I think they did a very good job of that. It also does have some functionality with the actual carbon freezing area, or whatever you want to call that. Overall, it's kind of on the smaller side. I definitely hope LEGO kind of takes this idea and expands upon it in the future. But I think at the time this is a very nicely detailed set that came with a couple good minifigures and retailed at a nice price. And that's why this one is at number 9. Moving on to number 8. We have set number 7879. This is the Hoth Echo Base from 2011. It's going to retail for $90 with 773 pieces. Came with quite a few minifigures, all lined up there. You can see you get 2 snowtroopers, a medical droid, Princess Leia, R3PO, Chewbacca, once again another Hoth back-to-tank, Luke back-to-tank, and then you get a Hoth Han Solo. You also do get the Tauntaun you can see right there in the middle. And overall, I really like this little area because this is, once again, a kind of different sort of area on Hoth. There are a ton of Hoth sets that were released for Episode 5. That's one of the biggest scenes from that movie. But this is the first time we'd really gotten the full, complete interior of this kind of Hoth Echo Base area. There's a ton of different scenery. You kind of have some doors that lead to the outside. You have a little small back-to-tank area. You have some weapons, some diagnostics, and everything running. All the different kind of weaponry and such that the rebels were using to fortify this little area. And then you do also get a little bit of Empire resistance there with the obviously 2 snowtroopers. You also get a gun, and then you get a speeder as well. Overall, this is a nice, once again, a nice little play set that kind of dives into an area that we'd never seen before in LEGO. And once again, it also can collapse and expand just like the Hoth Medical Chamber, which I do like if you want it to take up a little less space, or if you want to open it up to be able to play with it. And this also comes with a ton of great minifigures as well, which just adds to the excitement of this set. And that's why I put it at number 8. Moving on to number 7, we have set number 4479. This is the TIE Bomber from 2003. This one came out for $30 with 230 pieces, included just the 1 TIE Fighter pilot. And while this one is in the older black and blue TIE color scheme, we haven't gotten a TIE Bomber in the updated color scheme, which is very unfortunate because I think it would look really nice. This one still does have a very nice design despite the color scheme being a little bit off. The iconic TIE design, very similar. You kind of have the wings of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter with the sort of body of a regular TIE Fighter, along with the secondary bombing area right there. You got a nice cockpit. You can kind of see the TIE Fighter pilot sitting in there with that nice printed piece. Overall, a very nice TIE set, like I said. The only TIE Bomber we've gotten. I really hope LEGO comes out with another one because this one was a good benchmark back in 2003, and that's why I put this one at number 7. Moving on to number 6, we set number 75259. This is the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder. Came out obviously in 2019 for the 20th anniversary. Retail for $40 with 309 pieces. This one came with the 4 minifigures you see there, that being Luke Skywalker, you get Dak Ralter, a Hoth Rebel Soldier, and then you also get the 20th anniversary Lando Calrissian minifigure. Overall, this is kind of your standard Snowspeeder. There isn't a ton going on with this one. It is, in my opinion, one of the better designs, obviously being very recently released. It looks very sleek. It does, however, not have a ton of orange on it. I wish they would have put a little bit more orange. It is very just kind of white and gray. Obviously, being in Hoth, the actual Snowspeeder, you wouldn't want too much color. You kind of want to blend in and everything, but it does look a little bland. There are also a lot of stickers, which isn't something that I love. But the minifigures are great. You can see right there the design for Dak Ralter and Luke Skywalker. Their minifigure printing is absolutely amazing. And then the little turret to the side is alright. There's not a ton going on with that. It has a little stud shooter on it, and you can kind of rotate it around. But that kind of doesn't really add too much to the set, in my opinion. Obviously, the main attraction here is the Snowspeeder, which works on its own and is very nicely designed. Yeah, and that's why I put this one at number 6. Moving on to number 5, we have set number 4502. This is the X-Wing Fighter from 2004. This one retailed for $50, came with 563 pieces. This is the one that is set on Dagobah with Yoda's hut there in the background. Because of that, you get Yoda, R2-D2, and you also get the Dagobah Luke minifigure included in this one. And the X-Wing on this one is kind of different in the fact that you can see there's some stuff hanging off from it, and the color scheme is slightly different because of that, and that was something that I really like that LEGO did. They changed it up slightly just to kind of accommodate the Dagobah scenery. And then I also like that they did include Yoda's hut in the background. I don't think at this time LEGO had ever released anything with Yoda's hut in it, so that was just kind of a nice throw this X-Wing on here for Dagobah, and then you kind of have this little hut in the background, which is a really nice inclusion. Definitely a really great scene from the movie with Yoda lifting that X-Wing out of the water, and I think LEGO captured it very well in this set, and that's why I put this one at number 5. Moving on to number 4, we have set number 10123. This is the Cloud City from back in 2003. Very highly sought after set. Comes with 698 pieces and retailed for $100. This one comes with quite a few minifigures. A lot of them, like I said, very sought after. You get a Boba Fett with arm printing. You get Darth Vader, Han Solo, Lando Calrissian. You also get a Han Solo in Carbonite piece, the older version. You get a Luke Skywalker, a Princess Leia, and you also get a Stormtrooper. And so this one is actually laid out very interestingly because of the fact that it's kind of just little scenes from the movie all split up into different areas. You kind of have a little Carbonite area, you have the dining hall, and then you have the outside area where you have Luke and Darth Vader fighting each other. It was a very interesting design, and while the minifigures in the set are really great, I do think that this awkward design kind of but it takes away from the immersion because it's all just kind of thrown together. And so it doesn't really mesh very well together, so it does look a little bit awkward. But the minifigures are great, and the design on it does look very nice. It just looks a little awkward with all these different scenes kind of next to each other, clashing with each other. And so that's why I put this one at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we have set number 7666. This is the Hoth Rebel Base from 2007. This one retailed for $50 with 548 pieces. This one came with 2 Hoth Rebel soldiers. You get the brick-built Imperial probe droid you can see in the background. You get another protocol droid. This one is K-3PO. He is white. You get a Luke Skywalker, Dak Ralter again, and then you also get the 2 snowtroopers. This one, for at the time, included a lot of stuff with it. You get a kind of two-dimensional Hoth Rebel base area right there. There really isn't much depth to it, which is unfortunate, but you do have the capability to open and close that door right there. You get a Hoth turret over on the left, you can see, where you can actually put a minifigure inside, which is a really nice inclusion. You also get a Snowspeeder included in this one. You get an Imperial probe droid and some snowtroopers to kind of add some Imperial forces to be able to attack this base. This is a very nicely well put together, all-inclusive type set where you just get a lot of Hoth stuff all in one, where you don't have to go out and buy a ton of different things. It all just comes together very nicely, and I think works very well together in this set, and that's why I put this one at number 3. Moving on to number 2, we have set number 8097. This is the 2010 Slave 1. This one retailed for $80, came with 573 pieces. Minifigures included are another Boba Fett. You get a Bosk minifigure, a Han Solo, and then you also get the Han Solo and Carbonite piece. This is definitely one of my favorite Slave 1s, probably my second favorite right behind the UCS version. I think they nailed the color scheme right there with that kind of nice dark red color at the bottom, and then also dark green mixed with some light green and grays up in the other areas. That cockpit piece is very nicely designed right there. I love that. You can take that off very easily and insert a minifigure in there. You also have a ton of different weaponry in here. There's a ton of secret hatches and stuff that open up some flick-fire missiles. There's some other missiles and everything. All sorts of different weaponry on here. You have the twin lasers up at the front. Overall, I feel like this is a great combination of style in terms of how well it was designed, as well as the playability and features that come with it. I think they merge very well together and kind of create one of the better Slave 1s, having all this secret weaponry, but also with that all hidden, you get this very nicely designed, good-looking ship that accomplishes the look of the Slave 1 very nicely, and that's why I put this one at number 2. But moving on to the number 1 set, we have set number 10178. This is the motorized walking AT-AT from 2007. Retail for $130, came with 1,137 pieces, and this is hands down my favorite version of the AT-AT. Just the fact that it is able to walk is super cool. If you've never seen it actually do it before, definitely something to go check out. Is a very cool thing to see. Minifigures included in this one are the AT-AT driver. You get a General Veers, Luke Skywalker, and a Snowtrooper. So while there aren't a ton of minifigures that are included in the set, I think the design and the functionality of this set kind of make up for that. Overall, this is definitely one of the better designed AT-ATs in my opinion. There are a ton of printed pieces on here and such, and I think they really captured the design. The feet do look a little bit awkward with a lot of Technic pieces going on down there, and they look a little disconnected. But that obviously is to accommodate the walking feature, which is done very nicely. And overall, this is just a really great AT-AT that came with a super cool feature and some minifigures that got thrown in there as well. But guys, that'll be it for this one. As always, if you did enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button. And if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.